Hello all, and thank you again for joining me for another video. Thank you to all my subscribers for helping me build this channel. Let's get into it. Here it is, the brand new all aluminum welded CSF. This is an upgrade to the original. As I mentioned before, it's all welded and it should do a great job in keeping the car a lot cooler. Let's take a look. By far, this is the most expensive item that I've purchased for this build. Everything else I've gotten used. This is worth it though, because the construction here is really well done. These points are really welded together nicely. It's all aluminum, so this should last for quite some time. So this is the front of the unit, got a nice CSF logo. We're going to be using the oil cooler on the other side, but on this side we're going to be taking this off and replacing it with our actual sensor. This sensor was recently purchased and placed on the old radiator, but I still had no great results with it. That's because the radiator was not that good. So it should work on this brand new radiator. And again, I don't need to overly tighten it, just tighten it enough so it does not leak. This is also another very important component of your heating system. This is part of the fan shroud. When I bought the car, it had the top portion, so I had to purchase the bottom portion. This is in very good condition, and I'll put this together to show you how it all fits. The fully assembled shroud helps the fan to pull the air through the radiator, and it also prevents the air from going around the radiator fan. This is a little tough doing it with one hand and holding the camera with the other hand, but that's what it should look like when it's done. Now we're ready to install the radiator. I'm going to be very careful here not to damage these fins, so I'll just gently lower this and kind of wiggle it into place. After I'm finished connecting the radiator, I'll go ahead and put the fan shroud back in. Also, don't forget that there's a sensor on the front of this thing, so be careful when you are putting it back in place. I'm going to go ahead and attach this before we actually reattach the hoses. Next, I'll attach the cooler lines on the other side and also go ahead and attach the hoses. Okay, so I've reinstalled the fan shroud, and this is a shot from the bottom of the car. You can see that the holes line up there and there, so everything's nicely lined up. And you want to also make sure that the fan does not hit the fan shroud before you screw them in. Everything looks good. The hoses are on. I've double checked that to make sure that the fan does not hit the shroud. And these fittings are nicely tightened. And I think we're basically done. I'm going to go ahead and put the coolant back in and start it up. Thank you so much for watching.